Before I begin, let me warn you, this is not your average bedtime story. If you're looking for happy endings, you might want to grab some popcorn and maybe a flashlight. Ready? Good. Let's get suspiciously mysterious. A story buried deep in the red earth of the forgotten village of Omirin. A story older than the footprints of men on this land. A story that only the trees now whisper and the owls dare remember. It begins with a drum. A drum that could talk. Yes, you heard me. Not sing, not echo, talk. And it came with only one warning. Never beat it twice. Long ago, Omirin was a happy village. Children danced under the moonlight. Hunters returned with bushmeat. The rivers flowed with pride. The people knew peace until one evening when the sky turned purple. A strange man walked into the village square. He wore a long robe stitched with bones, and around his neck a necklace made from the teeth of animals no one could name. But what caught everyone's eyes was what he carried on his head, a talking drum. It was shaped like any other drum, carved from Iroko wood, but its skin was darker than night, and around it were cowries, 13 on each side, shining as if they were watching. The stranger placed the drum gently on the ground and spoke.
My name is Ogundel. I come from the far mountains beyond the river of no echo. This drum speaks the truth, but you must only beat it once, only once. For the second beat will awaken what should never be disturbed.
He said no more. That night, he vanished. His footprints ended at the drum and nowhere else. The villagers were afraid at first. No one touched the drum. They left it there, in the center of the village square. Days passed. Weeks, months. Then came the drought. Crops died, wells dried. Children cried of hunger.
The village priest, Baba Ero, said, "Perhaps the drum holds answers."
So, they brought the drum to the shrine. Baba Ero placed his hands on it, closed his eyes, and struck it once. Boom!
The drum spoke. A secret sits among you, one with blood on his hands and poison in his pouch.
The people gasped. Then, just as suddenly, the drum went silent, and then someone screamed. They found the chief's son Adigan, foaming at the mouth. A pouch of poison lay by his feet. He confessed with his dying breath he had plans to kill his father to take the throne. The villagers believed the drum had saved them, but it had only just begun. After that day, the drum was placed in a sacred hut, guarded night and day. Only the village priest was allowed to beat it, and always, only once. Each time he did, the drum revealed a hidden truth. It spoke of theft, adultery, betrayal. It exposed everything. The people became fearful, paranoid. Friends stopped trusting friends. Lovers turned on each other. Secrets were no longer safe. The village was no longer happy, but it was honest. Then came the day no one could forget. A young girl named Fadeke went missing. She had been fetching firewood near the forest but never returned. Her mother wept for days. Chief Oguntade ordered Baba Ero to consult the drum, but Baba Ero hesitated. He was growing weaker, older. The drum was draining him, taking his strength. Every beat cost him something. Still, he obeyed. He struck the drum once. Boom!
The drum spoke. Fadeke walks among the trees, held by a man of black feathers and broken bones. She is not yet lost, but the price to find her will be high.
Then, silence. Baba Ero collapsed. He never woke up. The people buried him with honor. Now, the village had no priest, and the girl was still missing. This is when things began to twist. A boy named Kolapo, curious, stubborn, fearless, decided to act. He was just 16, a blacksmith's apprentice, but he had a fire in his eyes, and he loved Fadeke more than he had ever admitted. He waited until midnight, crept into the sacred hut, lit a small torch. There it was, the talking drum, silent, resting, as if it were asleep. Kolapo placed his hands on the drum and whispered, "Where is she? I must know." He beat it. Boom! And again. Boom! 2 strikes. 2. The drum let out a long hiss, like a snake taking its last breath. Then it laughed. Yes, the drum laughed. A deep, guttural, chilling laugh that shook the air and made the walls of the hut tremble.
You were warned, it said. You were told.
The light in the hut went out. Kolapo screamed. By dawn, the hut was empty. No drum, no Kolapo, only ashes. The village was in panic. They searched everywhere. The forest, the river, even the caves of the dead. Nothing. Some believed the boy had awakened the evil buried inside the drum. Others thought he had become part of it. But then, 7 days later, Fadeke returned. She walked out of the forest barefoot, covered in white chalk and feathers. She said nothing. She stared into space.
When they asked where she had been, she only replied with 3 words. The drum lied.
From that day, the village changed. The people sealed the sacred hut with iron chains. No one spoke of the drum again. But strange things began to happen. Goats were born with 2 heads. Children spoke in languages no one taught them. People dreamed of Kolapo's voice, calling, crying, warning. And then, the whispers started. Some said they heard the drum at night, not being beaten, but beating itself. Once, then twice. Once, then twice, as if it was waiting. Now, listen to me. If ever you travel through the old paths near where the village of Omirin once stood, and you hear drumming deep in the forest, I don't go looking. Don't follow the sound. And if, by fate, you find a drum resting alone under a tree with 13 cowries on each side, walk away. Whatever you do, don't beat it twice, for the evil that came from the talking drum still listens, still waits, and still wants more. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel Storytime Time.